in the country with 2 federal universities. One of the very few states. I think there are only 3 or 4 states now that have 2. If you remove the military university, Delta has the EFORUM, Federal University of Petroleum Resources, EFORUM, and the Okowa, what we simply shorten here as Okowa University. That is the Maritime University Okowa. Both are small universities. Both universities are no more than 2 or 3 faculties of the larger universities in the country, like the University of Benin or Port Harcourt or Lagos or Ahmadu Bello. But there are universities the NUC has had to spend a lot of time in the last few years to try to see that they take off properly. We still have challenges, serious challenges, particularly with the Maritime University. And we are in the process right now of possibly sending a small visitation to understand the immediate challenges and what needs to be done to ensure seamless transition of the students from one level to another. We have very serious challenges, but we shall take it up. I've already told the Minister of Education, and we are going to work closely with the Ministry of Transport, particularly the NIMASA, to see how, because a university should not start and stop. It's like a human life. You can't start and then you choose not to continue to live, and then you want to choose to return. No, a university is there. So we are aware of these challenges, and we are going to do our best. We know this is because they are federal universities. They are not state universities. We are state universities. This man here would have injected them with some vaccines long ago for them to survive. But we are going to do our best. We are also aware that there are some few universities, private universities in Delta, and more are being planned now because I think we are processing a number. I think we have just Novena somewhere. We have the Western Delta universities. Again, they are small universities. Now, I emphasize this because Delta State is one of the most endowed in terms of the potentials for education. It's one of the most blessed in terms of primary and secondary school enrollment and transition. But to move up, they have to leave the state to move to other places. And they do not then attract many others. So this is a foundation upon which I want us to appreciate any effort to create more space for university education in Delta State.
First, I bring you warm felicitations from the government and the good people of Delta State. And I must say that we are truly excited that with us today, we also have the Executive Secretary of TED Fund. When you are flanked by 2 professors, it can only but bring forth great tidings to such a state. And I believe that Delta State is blessed on this historic day. On Monday, February 22nd this year, a new and historic chapter was opened in the annals of tertiary education in Delta State. On that memorable day, the State House of Assembly passed an executive bill upgrading 3 existing institutions to full-fledged universities. They are the College of Education Agbo, now University of Delta Agbo, the Amai campus of Delta State University, now Denis Osadibe University, and the Delta State Polytechnic Osoro, now Delta State University of Science and Technology. This landmark decision has not surprisingly been acclaimed by virtually all stakeholders in the education sector in the state, but by all Deltans who have shown so much happiness that we are bringing education, particularly tertiary education, to their doorsteps. There are several reasons for this. First, in the last decade or so, we have witnessed a drastic drop in the demand for programs offered by higher institutions other than universities. The sharp increase in the demand for degree programs was observed in 2007 at the College of Education, Agbo, after the National Universities Commission formalized the approval of its affiliation to the Delta State University to run some degree programs. As a result of the continuous increase in demand for degree programs, the College of Education, Agbo, at the moment, has over 50% of its students' population enrolled into the degree programs. Hence, it is utilizing most of its resources to run degree programs to the detriment of the National Certificate of Education, NCA. Similarly, due to the low student subscription to the Delta State Polytechnic of Zoro, its resources are being underutilized. And it's important to state this, that we have 3 existing polytechnics, and we believe that 2 of the polytechnics can continue to cater for the polytechnic needs of our people. But that we needed is University of Science and Technology. We also have, beyond the College of Education, but we also have 2 other colleges of education in our state. And we believe that the action that we have taken with the support of the National Universities Commission is going to help us to truly consolidate on tertiary education and to ensure that resources are actually utilized in the best interest of our people in the state. Meanwhile, the Delta State University, Abraka, has already reached its full carrying capacity. For the 2019-2020 academic section, 25,896 candidates chose the University of Abraka, the Delta State University Abraka, as first choice. Out of this number, 22,358 qualified, but only 4,854 candidates, just about 20%, could be admitted. Regrettably, those who are unable to secure admission due to limited spaces in existing institutions are forced to seek education, are forced to seek opportunities in various expensive, non-accredited sub-degree programs in either private universities or other mushroom universities in neighboring countries. Schools that are not comparable to even the worst of our universities. As a government, we cannot allow this to continue. The local economy stands to benefit from the establishment of these universities. As centers of excellence, they will drive developments in agriculture, technology, and the provision of high-quality teachers for the state's primary and secondary schools. It is also our expectation that there will be increased employment opportunities because a university has more operational organs compared to other higher institutions. From the foregoing, it is quite evident that the benefits of establishing these 3 universities far outweigh the costs. Thankfully, much of the infrastructure needed for their successful takeoff are already in place. We have also received maximum cooperation from the local communities in terms of the land required for expansion, especially as it relates to such faculties as law, engineering, and medicine. To ensure sustainability, my administration is putting in place structures for viable funding and resource mobilization, as well as a sound corporate governance and management system for these universities. We are currently designing a robust plan for manpower recruitment and development, and I assure you that there will be accelerated progress in this regard within the next 90 days. As a government, we are deeply grateful to the Executive Secretary of the Commission and his top management team for their support and encouragement. Indeed, we are humbled by your cooperation and readiness to listen to our plans and offer counsel. We would not have come this far without your expert input and guidance. On our part, we undertake to adhere strictly to the National University Commission's regulatory requirements. It is a new day for us in Delta State, and we are grateful, sir, for your support in helping to make this dream a reality. I thank you for this opportunity. These are the documents for the University of Delta, Agbo, Delta State. Mr. Executive Secretary, these are the documents, along with others, for the Delta State University of Science and Technology, Osoro, Delta State. Mr. Executive Secretary, these are the documents for the Delta, for Dennis Osadebe University, Anwar Asaba, Delta State. And this is particularly dear to our heart because Dennis Osadebe is the only former president
of Dennis Osadebe University, Asaba, Delta State, as the 53rd state university in Nigeria.